The bell. All right, game? Hi, this is Lou, your immigration lawyer. Kamusta? Today, andito tayo sa harap ng Law Society of Ontario, formerly known as the Law Society of Upper Canada. Otherwise, this building is known as Osgood Hall. Kita nyo naman, di ba? So, maraming curves, maraming history na nakaukit sa architecture and style nitong building na ito. And rightly so, because itong building na ito ay matagal na. Old Toronto pa ito, katabi ng City Hall of Toronto. It's in the center of town. And it occupies a very important place in the judicial system of Canada. The Ontario Court of Appeal is housed inside this building. In any event, bakit ba importante na nandito tayo? At bakit ba nandito tayo to begin with? Kasi today, I wanted to talk to you about the importance of regulatory bodies for professionals such as lawyers, pati na rin ang mga immigration consultants na ginogovern ng College of Consultants. Napag-usapan na natin kung sino ba ang pwede magrepresenta sa inyo when it comes to your immigration cases. So, before IRCC and the Immigration Refugee Board, you have immigration consultants who are governed by the college, or you have lawyers from all the different law societies of Canada, including the Law Society of Ontario. Basically, pwede kayo i-representa sa mga cases or applications ninyo sa IRCC, pati na rin actually sa Immigration Refugee Boards. The only place na merong mga restrictions na mas mahigpit is the Federal Court of Canada, which is actually just across the street from here. Kung may kaso kayo sa Federal Court of Canada, halimbawa na-deny kayo, tapos kailangan ninyong mag-judicial review, kailangan ninyo ng isang lisensyadong lawyer from the Law Society of any province in Canada, really, to represent your federal court judicial review application. So, we talked about the second part of this. Bakit ba important ang regulatory bodies? Kasi una sa lahat, mayroong professional code of conduct ang mga immigration consultants, pati na rin ang immigration lawyers. Saklaw kami ng rules of professional conduct ng Law Society of Ontario. For example, merong mga service standards na ina-uphold at merong mga behaviors na hindi ina-allow for us practitioners. Google nyo po yan, makikita ninyo yung mga enforcement actions na tinitake ng various law societies across Canada for lawyers who misbehave. For consultants, Google nyo rin ho, meron mga mangilan-ngilang mga cases na inahabol sila ng College of Consultants. Pero ang sumutotal nito, merong mga bodies na pwede ninyong sumbungan, pwede ninyong sandigan para sa inyong mga problema with professionals who behave badly. And bakit ba ito importante sa inyong mga application? Kasi may mga kaso po na paminsan, at kadalasan actually, ang pagsasampa ng isang reklamo against an immigration consultant sa college or against an immigration lawyer sa law society ay maaaring makatulong sa inyong solution, sa inyong remedy pagdating sa pag-aayos ng inyong immigration status. Halimbawa, ang isang immigration consultant nakalimutan na isama ang inyong language test results sa inyong PGWP application. Pwede kayong magreklamo against that consultant sa isang body, sa immigration college body nga. At itong reklamo na ito, pwede nyo isama sa inyong reconsideration request. Magiging mas compelling ang inyong case sa isang immigration officer pag lumapit kayo sa kanila, humingi ng tulong at saklolo na nakikita nila na kayo mismo tinutulungan ng immigration na linisin ang mga bad actors or mga negligent immigration consultants or lawyers na rin. Sama na rin natin. Dahil nga meron tayong tinatawag na doctrine of clean hands na kapag hihingi ka ng tulong sa isang administrative officer or sa isang huwes, bakit ka nila tutulungan kung yung kamay mo mismo madumi? Pero pag nakita nila na tinutulungan mo sila na supuin itong mga bad actors, mas malaki ang chances na ma-convince ninyo yung immigration officer na maging sympathetic or maybe to take your side in your case. Meron na po kami mga cases na ganyan. In one instance, yung immigration consultant, tinuruan yung client namin, at the time his client, na mag-commit ng fraud sa Pilipinas, mag-falsify ng documents na manggagaling sa barangay. Sumutotal neto, nung aming ni-review yung case dahil nga na-refuse at nagkakaproblema na sa immigration status niya, pinuntahan namin ang immigration college noon at the time para magsampa ng reklamo against that consultant. Nilinis namin yung file to the best of our ability. We had to advise our client to come clean with what happened. na yun nga na meron fraudulent activity advised by the consultant para nga maging sympathetic yung immigration. In-expect namin na masastock pa tong kaso for months. Biruin mo ba naman, in a matter of weeks, hiningi yung passport ng client namin para mastampan na ng immigration visa for permanent resident ang kanyang partner. So happy ending kasi natuwa ang immigration na okay, pasok ka naman pala sa qualification. Not only that, you're helping us clean up the system by exposing bad actors. Kaya nga, bukod doon, nasa bad list or naughty list na ng immigration itong consultant na ito at may kaso siya before the consultant college. Ganun din po, by way of analogy, the Law Society of Ontario takes fraud very seriously, especially when it comes to misappropriation of funds, when it comes to money. Ito pong Law Society, very strict po to sa reporting ng trust accounts. Yung binabayad nyo po sa lawyer, napakatindi po ng mga requirements sa amin para i-report po ang aming mga pag-intake ng trust funds in your name para sa pagbayad sa inyong legal services. So, huwag po kayong matatakot. Dito po sa Law Society, meron po kayong sandigan. Kapag may bad actors po, magreklamo kayo, mag-consult po kayo with an immigration lawyer kung pati yung status ninyo or your loved ones, your family, or friends nanganganib. Dahil baka po meron po tayong remedyo. Gaya nga po in our previous cases, pag nilinis natin ng mga kamay natin, pag in-explain po natin na maayos sa immigration, pwede po tayong makahanap ng ginhawa ng remedyo. In certain cases po, ito po ay nagiging basehan ng isang humanitarian request for permanent residence. Paminsan din po, for temporary resident permit, kung kailangan pong itawid ang inyong estado as a temporary worker, for example, as a work permit holder or even as a student, meron pong mga solusyon. Kailangan lang po natin ng experience at creativity. Book a consultation with us kung talagang meron kayong complicated cases at baka maaari namin kayong matulungan in that regard. Pero again, just to come back full circle, ito pong mga institusyon gaya ng Law Society of Ontario, kakampi po natin to. Dahil kapag kami mga bad actors, alam naman po natin, meron yan, consultants man o lawyer, meron po kayong kakampi. At meron pong mga good actors dyan na pwede kayong tulungan. In fact, in our practice, marami na po kaming mga nasampahan ng reklamo para matulungan ng aming mga clients. Hindi lang dyan sa Law Society nagtatapos ang problema ng mga to. Hindi lang sa consultant college. Dahil in fact, in certain cases, we file civil claims against errant consultants or lawyers. In certain cases, guys, pati yung binayad ninyo dito sa mga bad actor representatives, whether lawyers or consultants, pwede po kayong makabawi ng binayad ninyo. So malaki po yung incentives for making sure that these actors who hold such an important public trust are held to account for their actions if they have done something wrong. Ayan ang importansya ng mga institution kagaya ng Law Society, kagaya ng College of Consultants. I-maximize natin ito sa mga applications natin. Pag naipit, meron pa tayong option. Pero at the end of the day, guys, ang napaka-importante, kahit lawyer pa yan or immigration consultant pa, maging mapanuri tayo. Do your research. Guys, libre po ang Google. I-Google nyo po kung sino yung balak ninyong i-hire. Tignan ninyo kung ano yung mga review. Bukod dyan, tignan ninyo yung Law Society Directory. I-Google ninyo sa mga court cases kung merong kaso itong mga immigration consultant na ito, maski na rin yung mga immigration lawyers na ito. Ang pinakamabuting remedy po ay prevention at the end of the day. If you found this video useful, share it with your friends, with your family bago pa magkaroon ng problema sa kanilang mga files. Baka pakinabangan nila. Pakilike na yung video. Iwan kayo ng comments kung meron kayong mga questions. We'll cover them in future videos. Kung meron kayong topic suggestions, go! And finally, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel as we're trying to build this online community where we share good information on immigration in Canada. Again, this is Lou, your immigration lawyer, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.